Hi there. In this video we are going to unbox and install the iDRIVE throttle controller, and the install will be done on my A4 B8 from 2010. Okay, so if you are wondering what something like this does, it goes between your throttle pedal and your ECU and changes the way your throttle pedal reacts. It can make it react faster or make the throttle curve duller if, for example, you go off-roading or something like that. So depends on what you want this thing to do. It can go actually both ways. So let's unbox this thing, and after the unbox I will explain in a bit more detail my understanding on how this thing works. This is the unit that you will have somewhere on your dash, looking, in my opinion, really nice compared to other models. And in here the cable itself that goes from the dash mounted unit to the part of this thing that is actually connected to your throttle pedal. And somewhere in here, actually right here, these two connect one to the other. And now let me just take a quick look through this documentation and see what we get. Okay, so got everything out of the box. This to clean your dash where you want to glue this, which has its double-sided tape on it already, and the protection film on top so it doesn't come scratched or you scratch it when you install it. You remove that at the end of it. Two zip ties, for sure you will need them for these cables, because in most cars you will not use the whole length of the cable. And here are just some short information on how this thing works. You can pause at any moment. It mainly has three modes: economic mode, where it dulls the response of the throttle; ultimate mode, where it sharpens the response; and automatic, where it does its own thing by the way you press your throttle. And some more info in here. And I will show you also the back of it. You can also pause at any moment to read it if you want. Okay, here we have the user manual. Again, pause freely where you want. For me, the important thing in here is the install itself. You need to turn off your ignition and wait for 10 minutes before going and installing this into your throttle pedal connector, because it takes about that much for your car to fully shut off all electronics, so you don't get check engine lights or error codes or something like that in most cars. And then you just follow these steps. I will do a close-up on them so you can read a bit better. And on the other side of this leaflet we have more info about the modes themselves. You can set this to normal, where it actually just bypasses it, so your throttle reacts as like you wouldn't have this installed. Economic mode, ultimate, AC, which is automatic, and then it goes right back to normal, economic, so it repeats the modes. And you can select by pressing for 3 seconds the M button, which is the mode button. If you press it for 3 seconds, you can switch between 00, which is manual, and 88, which is automatic. And here it shows you how normal mode, which is standard for your car, reacts, how eco mode would do it, and how ultimate mode would control your actually your butterfly acceleration valve. And here are some graphs showing eco mode, actually, 1 second. Yeah, I wasn't sure I got that right, but I did. And in here it shows all of them combined, ultimate, normal and eco mode. So you can see that for ultimate it opens the butterfly valve much quicker, giving you better response. I will also give you a fly over all of this so you can pause at any time to check the info. Okay, and there's that. So from my part, we kind of need, this goes away, I already know what it says. We need this, and I'm missing one of the zip ties already. That didn't take long. And let's go install everything in the car. Okay, so for installing this thing on the A4 B8, we need to remove this whole part and this one, because this one actually clips into this one. And for that we just have a screw here, one down there, and the rest attaches with clips on both sides, so you simply pull it out. And for this, yeah, a flathead screwdriver or a trim tool will do the trick. Sorry, bumped the camera. Yeah, this time I'm going for the flathead. As you can see, I already lifted it a tiny bit, and now you can poke your fingers if you want. Go a bit higher also, but I don't think it's required. But my left hand isn't good at removing things without breaking them, so I need to do this with my right hand off camera. As you can see in here, we have 1, 2 and 3 clips, which go here, here and there. And yeah, I have other many modifications to this car. You can see them on my channel if you want. And yeah, also forgot one screw in here. So let's see what we need. This one, 9mm. No, I think, or actually it might be a 9mm. Nope, too big. Maybe 8mm. Yep, so 8mm hexagonal socket. Let's undo all 3 of them. Okay, at this point you can see the lower part is already quite free. Now I'm thinking that maybe if I'm good enough, I could do this install without... No, I couldn't. Nope. Yeah, no, this needs to come out. I thought that maybe I could do it without getting this off, but no, it needs to come off. So start pulling on it all around. Make sure you are not latched into anything, and this thing needs to come a bit to the side to release. And at this point we only have dash clips, again using my left hand, so yeah, managed to do it. Same on the other side. I'm not sure if I can actually, nah, I cannot do it with my left hand on that side. As you can see in here, 2 clips, sorry, didn't show them properly, 2 clips in there and 1 in here. Nope, sorry, I was wrong. Actually, these 2 are clips. These are just spacers, so you don't have rattling. And in here also 2 clips, and also a spacer and other spacers for rattling. So make sure you do not lose those, because they are rubber and they can come out. At this point it's still attached by those wires. Yeah, you could undo the footlight and you can take this out. It has some clips all around, but I don't think it's required, honestly. You can keep this here lower and you still have plenty of access. As you can see, you can already see the connector right in the middle of the screen. So let's get to it. Okay, at this point you need to unlatch this thing so we can get out the connector, but impossible to do with my left hand again. So just wiggle it around and pull it out after you lifted that red safety clip. Okay, now we have it here. I moved it a bit to the side, and in it we will connect this end, the one with the external wire, and the other end, this one, will go in the plug or connector or whatever you want to call it from the throttle. So yeah, we'll do this with both hands and back to you. Okay, I must admit I have an issue with the design of this thing. If you are not careful, like I actually wasn't that careful, and you pull on the wires too much to one side when putting everything back under your dash, this thing can pop open. It has clips on the sides, you can see one down there, and I think one actually broke somewhere probably. Yeah, I think this one is broken on this side. Obviously it's not okay to have electronics in midair like this. So I'm going to close it back up and put some zip ties around this end, but in my opinion it should be closed with glue like this, and this is the best option. So yeah, for iDRIVE this needs a bit of improvement for this particular throttle pedal variant and model. Okay, zip ties to the rescue. These things are not opening anytime soon. Yes, I could actually open it up completely and put glue inside, and maybe at one point in time I will do that, but for the moment, for at least a bit of testing to see how I like this thing, this is good enough. The easiest way for doing this is to connect wait, wrong end. No, not the wrong end. Yeah, this one, sorry. These two together and push them upwards inside, and then connect this one. Otherwise it would be quite difficult to do everything. As you can see, they are locked in place. Zip ties doing their job perfectly. This is locked. You really need to push them in here, one into the other. So yeah, or if you don't push them enough, this red thing, the safety, will not go in. And now, as I said before, you need to push everything up and out of the way. Do not push them through next to your brake pedal, so push them next to your AC unit. In that direction you don't affect anything. And then move this just enough so you can plug it into its connector, which is the throttle itself. Yeah, you cannot see anything in here, sorry about that. Where is it? Somewhere in there. Yeah, somewhere in there. Let me try and get some light in here. Now this is a bit better, and you push this and it locked in place, and there's the lip of the clip. If you ever need to undo it, you lift this lip right here and you can take it out, and the rest of it, as you can see, it's up in here. So I will route this cable through here somewhere and get it out next to this thing in this area probably. Zip tied the cable down in there so it doesn't rattle around, and now, as I originally said, it will come out somewhere around here. At this point I can put this back because this cable is long enough to come out to this opening, so I can connect this to it after everything is put back together, which is nice. Okay, everything is back in place. As you can see, we have our wire here, lots of it to do our next connection, and then we will tuck it in there when it's actually zip tied in a roll or something. And yeah, again, all screws are in. remains to clip this thing in here, and should go something like this, and that is done. So let's connect right here now. Okay, curl this up into a ball, zip tied it, okay, and dropped it because why not. And I want to put this thing right in here. That would be perfect. And then I will push the wires in there under the steering wheel, where it will not bother anything. Make sure that it cannot affect anything while driving. And we are on. Just rest this. We are in Eco's 0 mode, Ultra, Automatic, and here it's normal mode. It doesn't do anything. So let's go to Ultra, and from here we can go up to 9, which is the most aggressive throttle control that this thing can do. But I'm going to go with it for the moment on 4, something like that. But I'm going to also hold this for 3 seconds. As you can see, we are in manual, but my car is automatic, so we need to be on 88. Let's see if I hold it again. Yes, it registered. So it knows we are in an automatic car with Ultra Mode 4 enabled. So yeah, there's that. Motor is not running. I didn't power it on, but no problems yet. So I will drive with this thing and report back to you. A bit of a weirdness. Mine didn't actually have any foil on it, nothing that I can get out of it. So when I peeled this off, it simply peeled off the transparent plastic itself and left a gooey mark down there in the corner. So I need to clean that with some alcohol. Yeah, I think it's manufacturing error. The foil didn't got put on this thing, or it stuck so well that it's not coming off anymore. Yeah, anyway, there's that. A really nice feature of this unit, after a while the screen times out and it shuts off. If you want to see again the screen, you simply push on any button and it wakes up. That is nice. For night driving, that is a big plus from my side. Okay, so I've been driving with this thing for a few hundred kilometers, I think, or something like that, and it's really aggressive. As you can see, I have it set to U1. Anything above that starts to be really aggressive. For me, U1 is just enough. If you are I don't know, an aggressive driver, basically it's that simple. Yeah, you might like the other modes even more, and you will probably use U5, U6, U7, who knows. But for me, U1, it's there, it's enough, it does what it should, enough. So yeah, it's good, nice. Build quality could be a little bit better, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. Zero error codes or whatever, weird behavior or something like that, but it's really aggressive. Again, if you are into that, that is perfect. Did not really test the eco modes, because this car, from the factory being an automatic, it's kind of in eco mode for the throttle all the time if I don't use something like this, so it was pointless for me. But it does have those if you are doing some off-roading or something like that. So yeah, that's about it for this video. It's working as it's intended. It's staying glued in there. As you can see, it times out the screen so it doesn't bother you. Looking nice. It actually, yeah, ignore this stupid key. It's, yeah, whatever, looks really crappy. I have them set up like this because of this stupid virus, so I have the minimum amount of keys with me all the time. Anyway, whatever. This thing is looking quite nice and sharp in here. Interesting, actually. Compliments, or actually not compliments, but ties in well with the gray from the car. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.